Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Arcanum. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here in... Not Canterra, this is not Canterra, this is next to Canterra. I was gonna say the name of this place, Falcon's Ache. Well, it's next to Canterra. Last episode we had a chat with William Bench, was the name of that guy that we were just standing by. And he was a very... Oh, wait a minute, this is different. It was a very hard... a hard person to convince to leave there, but we managed it through a lot of saves coming, a lot of it. But my original intention was gonna work perfectly. Yes. Greetings. Okay, there it is. The way up is still the same. I don't know why they have two guards, or maybe they always had two guards. I just didn't see the other guard. But it's fine. Let's move on. Because we're going to Raven. We're going to talk to Raven, and she is going to be very happy, I'm sure, that we have gotten rid of the humans who were standing by their holy glade or glaive or whatever it's called.
Hello again.
Hello.
It's so very good to see you.
Thank you. Do you have a moment?
Certainly. How can I help you?
So I've removed the humans from Falcon's Ache.
Thank you very much. Your help in the matter is much appreciated. Now, what was it you needed to speak to my mother about?
Well, it's a long story, Raven. And I'm gonna tell her the whole story that I mentioned last episode about how the Stonecutter clan... No, was it Stonecutter? No, it's not the Stonecutter. The Rock Mountain clan, that's the one, was banished, and we don't really know why, and we want to know why, and that's all to do with the last member of the Rock Mountain clan that we talked to right at the beginning of the game, who we thought was a gnome because he didn't have a beard. Because, what gnome? What dwarf would shave his beard? That's the distinction, apparently. Yeah, let's tell her that.
A dark tale full of pain.
Eh.
And it would seem that the blame lies with us, the elves.
Well, there are elves involved. Do you know the name of Min Gorad?
I do not, and none of the elves who live here bear it. But it bothers me very much, pulls darkly at my heart and mind. There is another possibility. One I'd rather not think of.
What? What? Do you know where I might find Min Gorad?
No. You need to speak with my mother of these things. She will know what to do.
All right. Where might I find her?
She's just beyond the large door behind me. But be warned. My mother is a magical being of great power. Her spirit swims in the flow, and sometimes she is more of that world than this one. What she sees is not always what we see. So her answers might seem strange to you. Ask what you wish to know, and listen. When you're through speaking with her, come and find me.
I will, Raven. Thank you for your help. I think a large aspect of my perception of Raven's character is her voice actress, because she doesn't do a very good job at all. It's really bad, actually.
Yes, sir.
Her acting is just really nasty. I mean, it's not nasty, it's not horrible and awful. It's just that... that she's not good. She's not good. I don't know who they are, actually, the voice actors. Maybe it's like in the old Ultima series, where... Is it Ultima or is it Might and Magic? Where the voice actors and all the voices, I guess, would be just people from The Office? Because that might well be the case. And Raven might just be, somebody around the office. Hello, sir, it is a good day. Is it? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. That's her mother. And she is floating, I would guess. Very reminiscent of Vivek in Morrowind, which is pretty cool. Let's have a chat with her. See if she has, well, a voice actress.
Hello. I welcome you, traveler.
Greetings to you, Silver Lady. I thank you for this audience.
I know you've come far, and I've expected you for a long time now.
What do you mean?
I've seen you approaching from both east and west, traveler. And you bring them with you, all of them. They've no choice but to follow.
Well, Guard doesn't. I'll give him a choice, but I'm just being a scumbag right now. I don't understand, though.
I know. We speak different languages, you and I. The things I see, wrapped in the past and the present, and shrouded in the veils of magic. I cannot translate my visions into your own. You must listen, traveler. Listen and learn to see.
I'll try, Silver Lady.
What is it you seek, traveler?
Well, Mingorad, I forgot about what that means. To the point where I didn't even mention it when I was recapping the storyline before. So let's go leave that for last. Let's see. Let's start with the beginning. If I'm the leaving one, the one that Virgil really thinks I am, and that Nasruddin, is it Nasruddin? I actually have it written down. Who was his name? Or what was his name? Aronnax. Yeah, the one that Aronnax really thinks doesn't know if I am or not, because he didn't know that when he talked to us, which was, I think it was Aronnax, that guy that showed up when we came from the Isle of Despair. Do we know if I'm the living one?
The living one? Oh, traveler, why would you think I would know of such a thing?
Well, because it's a prophecy, you know, magic, prophets, all the same mumbo-jumbo, really.
It's an interesting thing about prophecies, traveler. They're no clearer to one such as myself, living both in and out of the stream, than they are to you, walking the shore. The flow swirls around them until they are ready. And in the end, really, is it going to matter who someone pointed a finger at?
I don't know. Do I act based on those pointings of fingers? Because then it matters. I guess, is it going to matter is really the question. Are you going to mind it? Yeah, that'd be comforting if people weren't trying to kill me, though.
These people can only see what follows in your wake, traveler. Pass your hand through the flame and it flickers. If you've tired of the mantle, then shed it. Disappear. Otherwise, don't be surprised at what people do.
Well, I suppose you have a point there. What about the Black Mountain Clan?
Yes, I can see them. But the ravens are circling, and the storm rages but subsides. And yet there is lightning, and then shadow, and then the storm howls again, tearing. I can't even look at it.
Well, that doesn't make much sense.
Wait. Oh, look. They've taken in a small child with machine dreams, and hands of hinged metal, and a heart in which coal burns brightly.
That's Gilbert Bates. But that was in the past.
I don't know of what you speak, traveler. Please, listen. Try to hear with my ears.
I suppose I don't know if I can.
I see a flame atop a hill, burning so brightly. And below, a field of wheat around a pool of water. And the flame spitting fire and consuming the wheat and the lake and losing itself as well.
Is that a volcano? Is there anything else? The clan, do you see anything else?
It's dark here. So dark. And the flame is here too. But this flame burns black onyx and cold. And shadow is its child. Are they here as well? I can't see that far.
What else?
A plane of mirrored glass. A sky of white. A lone figure. Wait, which is the reflection? I'm unsure.
Yeah, you're speaking in riddles.
That is all I see, traveler. The riddle is created by you. Do you have anything else you'd like to ask?
Mingorad, what can you tell me about that name?
Mingorad. An old name, traveler. Oh, a man is screaming and carves a key with his fingers, and the birds have plucked his eyes out. And the wolf watches, motionless, his paw in the air.
Is it Mingorad? Is he dead? Oh, what does the wolf mean?
A tear in the curtain, and only darkness beyond. A ragged wound, mended with a ring of blasted stone.
What else? What else do you see of Mingorad?
A hand that sees, but is blinded. A man draped in truth, wearing a mask.
A hand that sees. Huh, yeah, you've lost me.
And they hide. The lost children, they hide. A gray mist, even to me. But there, he runs, dropping veined and painted leaves. And the flock comes, talons outstretched and wings of fire, and he is consumed. But the leaves...
What?
Run quickly, traveler. Find what was left behind. In the place of smoke and water, he is there. He is there.
Who? Mean Gorad?
I see no more. The stream is again calm. Was there anything else?
No. I understand almost none of what you said.
I know that, traveler. But I also know that clarity is often the child of time. Your answers lie both in front and behind. Make sure not to overlook one for the other.
Characteristically cryptic, dear lady.
I go now, traveler. We will meet again, though I'm not sure on which side. No matter. Farewell.
You're still there. You hear a faint whisper and soft laughter, but otherwise the lady is still. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, I'm gonna do something. There's many things that are not good about any of this right now. I don't know what I need to do, because now I'm gonna need Gar to drop a few things, and many things are gonna be dropped. Authentic Stillwater Giant Belt. I don't think I need this anymore. The oiled chainmail, I'll take it, and I'll put it over there. Dwarven chainmail, it's good enough. I'll put it over there as well. Oh yeah, I'm heavy. It's fine. Authentic, put it over there. And then I have a bunch of other stuff. That's a big problem. That is a big problem. Magnus has a lot of space though. So yeah, that's gonna help in regards to these things. And if you're wondering what I'm doing, well, I haven't explained it, but there's a reason why I'm not explaining it. The reason is very tenuous though, so I apologize if I'm doing it wrong. I might be doing it wrong. Okay, put these in there. Put that in there. And just sort through there. Gar, give me. Oh, no, don't give me those for now. These books. I'm not really sure. I think that...
Yes, sir.
There's a bug there. You see that? There's a bug when you right-click on other things. It doesn't work properly. Okay, so now I need to get rid of these. I have a few other things over here that I can keep. That's fine. Let's see what else, what more room I have elsewhere. I don't think I have a lot of room or any room at all. Yeah, I don't have any more room, which is a big problem. But I might leave Gar's stuff on the floor, and then I can do things with that. I probably will do that. Okay, so let's take this. Let's take, is that very heavy? Well, it's not very heavy. It's a little bit on the unwieldy side, but there it is. So I got that. And I can take that. So we have other things, but yeah, for right now, it's good enough. Okay, so I saved there, and I will save again. Because we're going to leave, and we're going to talk to Raven. Hey, Raven, you guys need to fix yourselves.
I'll do it right away.
Hello again. It's so very good to see you.
Do you have a moment to speak?
Certainly. How can I help you?
I've spoken with your mother about what has happened.
And what did you ask her about?
About three things, but if I was the leaving one, apparently I can tell you about that. But about the Black Mountain Clan.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
Yeah, a flame that consumed a wheat field and a pool of water.
I'm not sure what that represents, but I know that fire in her visions often represents magic. And the water you say quenched it? Or did the flame burn itself out?
No, I think the flame burned itself out. There were other... I can't follow up on that. There were other visions.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
Ravens and lightning and a violent storm.
Ravens and a storm?
Yeah.
And why did the storm subside and then rage once again? Nothing in my mother's visions is ever what it seems. We'll have to think on this.
Okay.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
The Black Mountain Clan with a small machine-like child.
As you told her, this must have been the man you know as Gilbert Bates. She saw him because he plays such a large role in their fate.
Okay, yeah, I suppose.
Black Mountain Clan. What did she see?
A dark place with a dark fire and a mirrored plane.
There are two separate visions. The flame again represents magic, but twisted somehow, burning darkly. And did you say that the Black Mountain Clan was near this flame? The mirrored plane, a white sky, a lone figure. The worlds on either side of that mirror are the same. Who could say which one is real? Odd.
She looks at me strangely. What do you mean, strangely? Anyway, she also had visions of Min-Gorad?
Min-Gorad?
Oh, yeah.
What did she see?
An eyeless man, in pain, because of the eyes, carving a key out of his finger, and a wolf with a raised paw but staying still.
What the screaming man and his key represent, I have no idea. But I do know that the official symbol for the city of Caledon is a wolf, with one paw raised in the air.
Perhaps we need begin our search there.
I'm not so sure. Remember, my mother's visions are shackled by neither our eyes nor our time. The events she describes might be in either the future or the past. Let's look at all she said before we go any further.
Yes. There were other visions?
Min-Gorad.
Yes.
What did she see?
A torn curtain. I didn't actually understand that very well, because that was when she really started going off the rails. A ringed, broken finger pointing east.
There's something about that entire vision which pulls at my memory, especially the ring. I'll think about it further.
Okay.
Min-Gorad. What did she see?
Oh, yeah, the hand that sees, but is blind. A truthful man in a mask.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that sounds like the symbol on an amulet I've seen.
Interesting. That's the ancient symbol of the Malocan hand. Do you know of it?
Well, yeah, I know they were an ancient order of assassins.
The Malocan hand were assassins for what used to be known as the Darien Ka, the ancient order of the dead.
Yeah, necromancers. Magnus Shalefist mentioned something of them.
The Darien Ka were a shadowy group who formed during the Age of Legends. Their membership and their agenda were always very secret. I know little about them beyond the most cursory knowledge, but there have always been rumors about who they were and what they were doing.
Yeah, and their connection to the Malocan hand?
As I said, the Malocan hand were their assassins. From what I remember of what was written about them, the hand was ejected from the Order of the Dead on grounds of doctrinal differences.
Yeah.
There was a small struggle, and then the hand disappeared. There are always rumors of its reemergence, but from what I know, that's all they are.
Yeah, I think
Rumors.
the Malocan hand are the ones that wanted necromancy to just sort of make them immortal or something like that, and the other ones saw that as evil, and yeah, they had a lot of undead as well, because the people who didn't like the Malocan hand saw necromancy as sort of more of a force for good, or something like that. These amulets and the attempt on my life might say different, though.
I agree. But I don't know why they would be involved in this business. Very interesting.
Yeah, their connection to the Black Mountain Clan is hazy. What do you think the vision itself means?
I don't really know, although it would seem that perhaps they are being misled. Blindness in my mother's visions is sometimes associated with deception. As far as the man in the mask was draped in truth, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know who this man in the mask might be. It might be a representation of Aronax, not Aronax, Nasruddin, the living one. And it might be me who's having that mask. And I know, apparently, just being draped in truth and not knowing what you're doing, it's always a good sign. Let's see.
Min-Gorad. What did she see?
Lost hiding children. I thought those were... at first I thought those might have been the Black Mountain Clan, but I don't think they are. That's going to be really weird, though, if it is the Black Mountain Clan, because their connection to Min-Gorad is vaguely not known. And a man who runs from them and drops leaves. I think these might be the Dark Elves. We've seen them already. And I think that might be what's going on.
This one is the most interesting of all. And it seems that my fears may have well been correct.
What do you think it means?
Do you remember when I told you that the name of Min-Gorad bothered me in some way?
No.
Well, I believe that may have been so because Min-Gorad is a dark name.
What does that mean, a dark name?
A dark elf name. Do you know of the Dark Elves?
I've heard very little of them. Could you elaborate?
It's a long story. But sometime during the Age of Legends, many years even before my mother was born, there were a group of elves who separated themselves. There were philosophical differences, and they were no longer welcome in our forests. Those elves became what we know as the Dark Elves.
What is the Age of Legends?
The Age of Legends refers to a time in Arcanum's history when things were much different than they are now. There was an elven council that ruled over all of the races, and magic was a large part of everyone's lives. It was a time of heroes and great good, and also of great evil. A time before the rise of technology, before the Dwarven clan wars, before the mages left for Tula.
What do you mean a time of great good? What does that mean? I mean, of great evil, you can always imagine what that is. Just murder and exploration, exploitation and slavery and all of that stuff. But on the good side, what do you mean? People just gave out candy and were, like, very happy and joked about things? Because that sounds a little bit on the evil side if there were people doing evil things right next door. And then people were just giving out candy. Anyway, what about the differences between you and the Dark Elves?
They believe that this world and all of its races are subject to elven rule. They believe that elves are superior because of our close connection to nature, our power in the ways of magic, and the longevity of our physical form. They see the other races as bumbling children who need our guidance, regardless of its severity.
Oh. What of the Elves of Canterra? What do they believe?
The Elves of Canterra, in fact all other elves, believe that everything and everyone has a rightful place in the experience which forms this reality.
All of the elves.
Elves feel that very little, if anything, ever happens that isn't part of the natural progression of that state. They feel no superiority because of their advantages. That is just the role they have been picked to play.
It's a little bit generalizing there, but sure, I'll believe you. Do they see the Dark... I mean, I guess it's also generalizing that all Dark Elves believed in their superiority, I guess. Do they see Dark Elves as a violation of that order?
Unfortunately not.
Yeah.
The Dark Elves are seen in the same light as everyone else. They have the role, and they are playing it.
Interesting that she says unfortunately, because that hints that she doesn't see it like that. Yeah. What do you say unfortunately? What do you believe in, Raven?
I believe... Well, let us say that I don't always see eye to eye with those in Canterra concerning the rightful place of the Dark Elves. My role here is as protector. I will do so regardless of the cost.
So what do the elves here believe? I think she said that already.
The Elves of Canterra,
Yeah.
in fact, unfortunately not.
So
The Dark
let's get back
Elves
to your
are
mother's
seen in the
vision.
same... My mother's vision of the lost children was referring, I believe, to the Dark Elves. They were hidden from her because they are hidden from all of us. Through magic and isolation, we've not seen where they live for almost 500 years.
But who was the man running from them?
There was a man many years ago who had come to the Glimmering Forest to study the elves, and I remember that he was very interested in the Dark Elves especially. There were rumors about his capture by them and an escape.
Who was he?
As I said, he was a researcher. A strange little man, a bit overdressed, but kind-hearted and very intelligent. I was young then, a mere 160 years old. He was the first human I'd ever seen.
I guess you... Sorry for a little bit of a detour. If you leave that long, I guess you after a couple of generations, you'd just be used to not saying 163 years old. Because we also don't say that we're 160 months old when we're 13 years old or whatever. We say years. They'd probably come with decades. I'm 16 decades old. Or, I mean, because they have a different language, they probably would have a certain name for a certain word for their decade that they'd use just normally. But then again, of course, the mere usage of time like this is very culturally significant. You don't, like, people would say, it depends on how you measure age, because you can measure it in moons, you can measure it in winters or summers or however you like, and exploring that in fiction is also pretty interesting. But this just sounds forced. This sounds like she's just gloating, really. Oh, I'm a mere 160 years old. Look at how much we leave. Because that's probably what the writer had intended when he wrote that. Except he just, or she forgot, or they forgot that yeah, that's kind of not how it would be. because that just sounds so derivative from human language, and of course from human mortality. Do you remember his name?
His name? It was a long time ago, but I remember because he said it so often. I think humans just like hearing the sound of their own names.
No.
Terwilliger. Dr. Renford A. Terwilliger. I can hear him saying it even now.
So what were the leaves he was dropping?
I don't know. It almost seemed in the vision that the flock who consumed him were more interested in the leaves. And my mother even said to find what was left behind, these leaves might very well be what we're looking for.
And what about the place of smoke and water? I need to go there.
She could mean almost anywhere.
Yeah.
But if I were to make a guess, I'd say she was talking about the human city of Tarrant.
Oh.
It lies in the Gulf of Morbihan, and its, what do you call them? Factories are always belching smoke into the skies. That and I know that Terwilliger was from there.
Actually, the word factory is a derivative of the original word for that. I think it's manufactories, but I can't be sure because language and what I've learned. But sure. It's just what you call them, factories, and it just comes up with a modern word, because the old word would be interesting, like engines, the word engine for something, as well as interesting, rather than a motor or something like that, or a generator. That just sounds, it's modern. It's derived from the original word, but still, she wouldn't have that in her language. The manufactories, I guess that would be a little bit closer to her own language, I suppose, because they would manufacture stuff, and just having that in her own language would be normal. But still, yeah. What now?
You have a place to begin your search, my friend.
I do.
It would seem that if you need to find this Mingarod, you're going to need to find the village of the Dark Elves. The only person who might know where they are is Renford A. Terwilliger. He may or may not be in Tarrant, but it's a good place to start looking.
I think he wasn't. I think I remember hearing about him. I think so. Anyway, then I'll find the Dark Elves. To Tarrant I shall go.
You impress me, my friend. Few are those like you who would take this burden upon themselves. You've earned my respect.
Whatever. Would you mind letting go of my hand so I can go? That is what I want to say. But this is also a Let's Play, so I want to see how things progress here, because I don't want her to be angry at me. I actually wanted to join my party because of Gar. He's just not gonna stay with us for very, very long. Let's see. You've earned my respect. Well, I'm no hero. I just want people to stop trying to kill me, really.
Perhaps I misjudged you, but no matter. Your actions, however they are motivated, are noble. Good luck. Return to me when you've found the Dark Elves and tell me what you've uncovered.
Oh, no. I'll return when I know more.
Hello again. Certainly. How can I help you?
Oh. I thought she was gonna join me right now. Huh. Interesting.
Sure.
I'll do that
right away.
I'll do that dialogue again, and I'll say the other one in the next episode. But I don't know if I will actually check and see if she joins me here, because if she doesn't join me, then I don't really have a reason to do that. Because I wanted to join you. That's why I took care of Gar's inventory there. But we are out of time for the day, so for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Arcanum. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.